Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Your cats were purgatory. How is it possible that you had all your little stuff on and cats go?
You know what's really trippy? I kid you not. I'll tell you. I was just looking at you because I never seen a beard. And I literally went, you should have had a beard in purgatory. It would look really cool on you. Seriously, I was just literally looking at it. I wasn't, you know.
The problem was with that, I probably would have had this. But what happened is last year they let me direct an episode that I directed first. So we shot that episode first, but it was like the third episode of the season. So in the episode that I directed, which is what we shot first, Dean was already out of purgatory and had already shaved. And so we just had to go with it. And I like to think that Dean likes to shave with his knife.
Cool concept too.
The purgatory blade is just.
There's a cool concept in purgatory too. That one of the things that you have hunger in purgatory, and so I think it's kind of cool. Kind of time stops as well. Like you don't age, you don't get hungry, you don't get thirsty. You don't grow facial hair.
True. You don't grow a beard. Yeah, I think this probably, I love the purgatory stuff, and I think that if I could go back and maybe tweak one little thing, it might be the fact that Dean should probably look a little more weathered and rough, and a little bit like he's been out in the wilderness for months and months. But, it's television, and we just gotta go and kind of roll with it. Because...
Next question.
You know why, Misha? You might have to ask Misha that. He came back from hiatus with a beard, and I guess the producers were just like, yeah, sure, that works. Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
Sorry, Ty, just for Jensen.
I'll butt in anyways. It's okay.
I love you still. Okay, so I was sad to see that Dean and Castiel were falling back to being at odds with each other and uncommunicative after Cass left with the angel tablet, especially after Dean admitted that he needs Cass and that they were close that way. And so I was wondering, are we looking at a return to season 6 when Cass is working behind Dean and Sam's back? Or are they going to find a way to work together and support each other like Dean has been supporting Sam?
Let me get Ty Olsson. Let me take this one. I just want to say, it's funny because I'm listening to that question. Like, I get questions like, "What's Jensen smell like?" You get questions like, in season 6, episode 2, when Cass and you said that line and you gave him a little look. What did that look mean? He smells good.
You know the answer to that. You asked me that question 2 nights ago.
Leather and whiskey.
Yeah, you'll see in the season finale, which has not aired yet, that there is, well, I don't want to say too much. There is a struggle with Cass and Dean as far as their relationship, but I think much like Sam and Dean, there is an underlying kind of bond. There's friendship there that kind of supersedes whatever troubles are happening. They're always going to kind of, look out for one another, have each other's back, and they might have their own agenda sometimes, but you'll see in the season finale what old Cass is up to.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
I'd like to talk about your playing when you it was very touching to me to see where the picture goes to this level. And by the way, talking about the room, if some girls already seen it.
Has some girls been inside Dean's room in the Men of Letters thing? Well, yeah. They're blindfolded. They can't. I can't let them know where where the secret layer is. I have to blindfold them, bring him in. What? Don't judge me. I don't know. Maybe Dean has other. There's always the back of the Impala, isn't there? Does he really need a bed?
It's like a bed back there anyways.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's a boat. Well, I think Dean did get some action in the back seat, didn't he?
Yeah. Funny you remember that.
Funny you remember that. Yeah, so I don't think Dean's hurting. I don't think he's, needs to bring anybody back to the secret place. I think he can take care of his business elsewhere.
Like how you put that, take care of his business.
He can take care of his business.
It's family business. But now it's the family jewelry business.
Yeah. Yeah, hunting things, saving people, getting girls. The family business. All right. Hi.
Hi. My question's for Jensen. Sorry, Ty.
Ty's going to answer, didn't he? I kid. What's up?
I've spent the previous few days in Florence, and I know that Daniel's previously said that it's one of your favourite places. And I was just wondering what you liked about it, what were your favourite spots?
Well, one of the best eating experiences I ever had was in Florence at Inoteco Picchiori, which is the restaurant there. It's one of the. I think there's probably two on my list of places that are just untouchable. That place and what?
McDonald's.
And that was a place in I don't know what's happening.
Did you just do a crotch shot?
Did you just go right into the family business?
Look at him grinning back there. I thought it was getting a little slow. I'm sorry, I said I would behave.
Oh, wow. Where was I?
Do you love that he just, on your crotch?
Yeah, hey, family business.
Look, he's grinning.
Florence, yes. The David, right? You see that? The Domo, you gotta see that. The Ponte
Did you climb
Vecchio.
it?
Did I what?
Did you climb it?
No.
We climbed it.
Did you? Well, congratulations. Now I gotta go back. No, it's a beautiful city. Yeah, much like Roma. Very beautiful. Love it here. Thanks. Hi.